Right, the elimination method is a little bit different than substitution. The idea is to eliminate one of the variables. And we do that by either adding or subtracting the two equations. Okay? So what I need to do is I need to first make sure that they're lined up correctly. So I'm going to have all my y's in one column, the x's in another column, and then the term without any variable attached to it in another column. Okay? Then I'm going to look at what they have in common in a simple way to eliminate one of the variables. So in this case here, I see that I've got a 4y and a 2y. And I can see that if I multiply this 2y by a negative 2, I'm going to have a negative 4. Well, I know that 4 plus negative 4 is going to be 0. Okay? It's kind of complicated. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply this entire thing by a negative 2. Right, because as long as I do, I should probably put it like this, as long as I multiply one side of the equation by some number, as long as I do it to the other side, I'm okay. I don't change anything. Okay, so distribute this negative 2 through. So negative 2 times 2y is going to be negative 4y. Negative 2 times 3y is negative 6y, and negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Okay? Alright. So now, I'm not going to look at this thing anymore. I'm going to add this equation to that equation. Okay? And I just add my like terms. So 4y plus negative 4y is going to be 0. And negative 2x plus negative 8x is going to be negative 8x. And 6 plus negative 14 is going to be negative 8. So now I've got a simple equation to solve. I've got negative 8x plus negative 8x equals negative 8. So I just divide both sides by negative 8. So x equals a 1. I'm partway done. I got to figure out what y is still. Well, I can just take one of these equations, plug x in, x equals 1 in for x, or 1 in for x. So I've got 4y minus 2 times 1 equals 6. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 to both sides here. Add 2. So I've got 4y equals 8. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Make sure you can see that. So y equals 2. Okay, so my solution here is 1, 2.